Welcome to the Whiskey Burn. My name is Jay and this is my Whiskey Den. This week, the 12 whiskies of Christmas comes to its final part. Part 3. This is what whiskey to have at the end of Christmas Day. So stay tuned, I'll give you 4 whiskies that'll finish Christmas Day off like a treat. So here we are, part 3 of the 12 whiskies of Christmas. This part is the end of the day. These whiskies are the ones that I think are sort of add that little creme de la creme towards the end of the day. You're sat, family's going, let's put a film on, you've eaten, you're stuffed, you've got some chocolates there, but you want that little whiskey just to top the day off. So I've selected 4 whiskies that I think could be winners for the end of the day. I've got the Lafroig Oak Select, I've got the Bushmills 16 year, I've got the Kilchoman Cognac Cask, and I have a Dalmore 12 year. They're not the cheapest, I'm not going to lie, they're not the cheapest, but let me go through the quality. The Lafroig Oak Select, proper medicinal, it's like, it says our most laid back expressions. And there's not much left in this bottle, so I must like it. Wow, that's just a big medicinal hit, earthy kind of. I like my smoky whiskies, so this one is just absolutely beautiful. Once you get over the medicinal side of it, this is a very earthy, very warming. You get quite a lot of finish on it. It says a subtle blending of peat reek, glowing embers of oak, and a lasting sweetness, and that actually is what you get in the bottle. So you're after something that is a slow drinker. I'd probably say all 4 are slow drinkers. Maybe not so the Dalmore, but the other ones you'd sip, really sip. A little bit here, a little bit there. But the Lafroig, it's very medicinal, very peaty, very earthy, and it has a long finish. Therefore, you don't need to be like, oh, that taste is gone, I'll have another one. It's not the easiest of drinks because of the long finish, but nonetheless, Lafroig Oak Select, it says sweet, subtle smoke. Okay, there's not much subtle about it. It's a boom. For me, it's a boom. Next up is this absolute gem, the Bushmills 16-year-old single malt. It is, listen to this, aged in Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks before finishing in port pipes. This rare single malt whiskey is deep in amber colour with flavours of dark fruit, nuts and spice. What better way to end a Christmas day, sat there watching a film, watching the telly, feet up, little Christmas hat on with one of these. The nuts and spice and the dark fruit really do come out in this absolutely beautiful whiskey. This is, I've not opened this. This is actually quite expensive. I had some of this at a couple of tasting events this year, and blown away, I decided to buy one. Yes, I know it's not opened yet. So there we go. So Bushmills 16 there. But from what I remember, it was quite fruity, but then you got the taste of the nuts, which blew my mind because I've never really had that from a whiskey. So the Irish whiskey there, the Bushmills 16. If you quite like nutty, fruity whiskies, that's an absolute gem. It's one where you'll sit there and just sup it. Really, really nice whiskey. I couldn't do it without my fave. I tried this back in January down in Birmingham. Went to a whiskey event down there, and again I couldn't get over the taste. It smells so sweet but so earthy. It's in a cognac cask, this one. It is bottle numbers. There's only 15,100 of these that they made. No doubt they'll probably go back and do it again. The cognac cask matured. Running out of this. If you like sweet but earthy kind of ones, This is for you. It's about 70 quid, 80 quid. I think you might be able to get in some kind of Black Friday sale or some sale somewhere. But it smells really sweet. It's got a beautiful taste in the mouth. It hits all the zones. It hits like the lips, the tongue, the top of the mouth, and the back of the mouth as well. I'd say medium to long finish on that. It is a nice one. Kilchoman have done a really good job of that. And hopefully next year I'll get the Sauterne cask version, which also is a bit yellower than that label. If you've tried these Sauterne, make sure you let me know in the comments below. That's also where you can subscribe and like. Get in there. Last up, by no means least, I've got the Dalmore 12-year-old. This is this is one of the first whiskies that I bought and spent money on this. And bizarrely, I can still smell the chocolate in this. The chocolate in it. This is quite a smooth whiskey, so if you're looking for something with a bit of smoothness to it, I think this has got quite a short finish. And sort of it's more the back of the throat, back of the top of the mouth, this one for me. It's got chocolate. I can smell the chocolate and you can taste it ever so slightly when you have some of this. An outstanding single malt American white oak ex-bourbon cask, there's the sweetness, and finessed in rare and aged Oloroso sherry cask. So you get an element of fruit, sweetness, and chocolate in this. So if you sat there with your big quality street tin, other chocolates are available, you could complement that. If you watched last week, we were talking about whiskies complementing food and food complementing whiskies. Have that with some chocolate, perhaps. Complement each other. So that's the Dalmore 12-year. Really, really nice. Not overly expensive. I'm led to believe that that's a very red kind of colour in there. I'm led to believe that they actually colour their whiskies. So I'm led to believe that that's coloured, adding colouring. But nonetheless, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a really nice whiskey. So run through these again for you. The 4 whiskies I've selected for an evening on Christmas Day when you are full, you want something good, you want something nice just to finish your day. You've got a Lafroig Oak Select, really medicinal, really, really kind of earthy. It's subtle. I don't think there's anything subtle about it apart from the boom. Long finish, explosive in the mouth. If that's what you're going for, something like that, that's the one. Your Bushmills single malt 16-year-old. This one's quite a rare one. It tells you it's rare. But dark fruit, nuts and spice. And it really does taste like nuts and spice, which, if that's what you're into, I suggest that. One of my faves, the sweet but earthy taste of the Kilchoman cognac cask. Another gem, another one of my favourites. As you can see, the bottle's nearly empty. I would go for that if you like sweet but you like earth as well. It's about... I've only commented on the price on this one. They're all, apart from the Bushmills, they're all roughly about £60 to £80. Okay, so that's the Dalmore, the Kilchoman, and the Lafroig. The Bushmill one was over 100 quid, hence why it's not actually open yet. Earthy but sweet. Your Kilchoman there, cognac cask. If you're into your chocolatey kind of ones, then I'd say the Dalmore 12-year. And that's what I'm going to end the 12 whiskies of Christmas part 3 with a Dalmore 12. So go back and watch part 1. It's all about your Christmas Eve party, what you should drink for that. Part 2 is all about what whiskey you should have to complement your food, your big Christmas dinner, and what food will complement what whiskey. I mean, in my opinion. But here we have the Dalmore 12. I haven't had this in quite some time. I mean, look at the colour on that. Very ready. Very ready and very ready to drink as well. So, I'll give you a quick tasting on this. Again, I'm getting the chocolate, which I mentioned earlier, so... Oh, that's really nice. Bit of fruit on there. Lips, top of the mouth. And as I said, a short finish. So, there you go. 12 whiskies of Christmas, all wrapped up for you. You've got your Christmas party, which is part 1. You've got your Christmas food and your dinners, part 2. And here we have part 3. What should you have on an evening? I think I might have this down more 12. Enjoy your whiskey. Sláinte.